of you know you may be rejected on one end, but when you begin to look towards the other end, what God is doing is drawing you. What he's doing is gravitating himself towards you. When they reject you, when they neglect you, when they let you go, when they refuse you, when they decide that you'll never amount to nothing, when they don't cast you down, when they don't say to you that you're everything other than a child of God, what God will begin to do is quicken his own memory concerning you. Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and my sisters, if God did it for Leah, he can begin to do it for you. The Bible lets us know that she was a reject. Ain't nobody wanted her. Ain't nobody desired her. She was considered ugly. But my God, how many of you know that in the midst of your situation, in the midst of your circumstance, in the midst of your problems, in the midst of your frustration, in the midst of your difficulty, in the midst of your disappointment, in the midst of the thing that has your mind believing that God doesn't love you, that God doesn't need you, God has a serendipitous way of showing up. He has a way of stepping out of nothing and divinely establishing something. This woman was a reject, but great God from a burning bush. What God did was touch her loins. What God did was touch her wounds. What God did was touch her spirit. What God did was light a spark and a fire down on the inside of her, and she started to produce. She started to cultivate, and the Bible lets us know that the firstborn was called Reuben. That wasn't good enough, and she decided, I'm not going to stop there. I'm not going to let go. And the second-born was called Simeon. I feel like preaching. You got to look over me. And she decided, I'm not going to stop there. And the third-born was called Levi. And she kept on. Look at your neighbor and say to your neighbor, you got to do it again. When they reject you, you got to make up in your mind that God has placed something down on the inside of me. I still got value. I still got hope. I still got courage. I still got purpose. I still got something that God has called me to do, that he's called me to accomplish. I might have made a mistake in my yesterday and in my yesteryear, but when I look back over my life, I begin to realize, look what the Lord has done. And the Bible lets us know that she does it a fourth time, and she decided, I'm going to call this one Judah. Judah means praise. I'm going to celebrate, not because of, but in spite of my weakness, in spite of my frustration, in spite of my problem, in spite of my issue, in spite of my imbalance.